Welcome to the 11-1 podcast, a Marvel Crisis Protocol and miniature wargaming based podcast. I'm Stephen Maddox, and here today with me is the other Stephen.
4K, yeah. And this is our fourth take, so we're not redoing that intro.
No, you can't release the magic, man. You can't let them know.
Oh, that was awful. So today, hopefully you listened to our introduction episode where we kind of walked everyone through. And of note, Nick is not going to be attending this. He's doing something with his children in bedtime. I'm not sure. It's a little early for my bedtime, so, we're recording. So
I will say it's pretty close to mine. I usually go to bed at like 9 o'clock every night.
Yeah, that's true. I do know that about you.
I'm an old man.
Well, we'll finish this up, and then Steve and me actually today will go to bed.
Yeah.
But that being said, so we're going to dive into some deep MCP content today. Starting with, we're planning on doing a series of faction based sort of deep dives. We're filming today for the first time, or at least screen sharing, to do a bit of a tier ranking, at least within affiliation S.H.I.E.L.D. characters. But this is part of a series where we will talk about a faction. I think next up will be Defenders, because Nick and I are kind of delving into them, and a lot of people that they're new models, stuff like that.
Even me, I might as well.
Yeah, I mean, they're fun. I won't lie. So
they do look cool.
Yeah, but today, no Defenders. Well, maybe splashing, but we'll be talking about S.H.I.E.L.D., which is your primary faction, pretty much.
Yeah.
If not the only.
And I checked today. I'm still, it basically is my only faction. I got some Wakanda, and I have a perfect win rate with Winter Guard, which is funny every time I look at it.
Oh, well, I have a perfect win rate
and I'm still ranked. So. Oh, there you go. I checked today, and I'm still ranked number 3 on the leaderboards for S.H.I.E.L.D. Magically, even though I haven't really played a competitive game in over a month, or a ranked game in over a month.
Oh, just a month?
I think so, yeah. Ironwell was the last time I played.
Yeah, me too, I think. I didn't do too hot there, so.
Yeah, I did all right. I lost one game. I lost to Matt Alex, and that was it.
Which happens against spiders, so.
I guess it's that little foreshadowing. They would probably talk about matchup stuff where, hey, what do I go well into? What do I not? And spiders is not one of them.
Or Dormammu. But
so I thought at first, no, I haven't. So we'll see how it goes. I thought at first we talk about like why I play S.H.I.E.L.D. and what actually like stuck with me on them, because I've played plenty of other factions and never really like stuck with them. I just really like the play style of S.H.I.E.L.D.
What is it about the play style, Steve?
It's just like it's always you feel like you're kind of in control always, and like I always go off a Nick leadership, right, where you gain victory points for your models dazing. So you go a bit wider. There's no like tall models in this list. There's no 4 or 5 or 6 threats in this list. So you go wider, and then as your models die or get dazed,
we should dial it back just for 1 sec. So because some people may just be listening to this, we'll talk about Steve's list right now and kind of introduce the pieces you're using.
That works.
And if you can't see the screen, they are up on the screen, but I'll just walk through briefly. So Steve's 10 currently includes Agent Venom, Bullseye, Crimson Dynamo, Hawkeye, the 4 Iron Man, 4 threat Iron Man, Fury Senior, is that Amazing Spider-Man? Spectacular. The 4 Natasha Romanoff or Black Widow, Hela, and Nick Fury Jr. Okay.
And then I'll run through the tactics cards real quick. It's Eye in the Sky, Sacrifice, Brace for Impact, Stark Armory, Battlefield Medicine, Shield Mobile, Eyes on the Prize, Sit Rep, Mark for Death. And I run Helios Laser. And then the Secure and Extracts. The Extracts are Researcher, Montesi, and Skrulls. And then the Secures are Gamma, Infinity Formula, and Demons.
And those are mostly E's, right?
Yeah, they're basically all the E's that you can do.
Okay. So for those of you who don't know, a 2, or if you're new to the game, an E map's the one that runs right down the middle.
Yep. Which is where S.H.I.E.L.D. likes to be, because again, like the fun playstyle with them is you're a very shooty army. Like everyone in that list has like a range 4 attack, I think, except for Nick Jr.
Which is annoying.
Yeah, so you can reach down you want to have people in the middle, and you just shoot the middle as you're there. And then Montesi is a good example where it's fun to play on because you just let them take the Montesi, and you're like, cool, you take the Montesi, you'll sit in the middle, I'll shoot you. Eventually I'll get that extract back probably because I'm going to kill you. But what's going to happen is that the Nick Fury Jr. leadership, which the first half of it is if you're if you have less victory points than your opponent, and one of your models is dazed or KO, you gain 1 victory point once per round. And then if you're tied or have more, you get an aggressive for paying 1 power. So if you take an attack damage, you can pay 1 power to aggressive small towards you. So you use that leadership to be able to sit back and just kind of be like, hey, I'm going to pay more passively here and keep that kind of parity in scoring. And then eventually you out attrition them, and then you kind of finish off the board with like a big score at the end or something like that, to actually go up on points.
So
I rarely table people, but usually I win by points.
Well, you do damage when you need to, realistically.
Yes.
And as someone who I just played 3 games to prepare with S.H.I.E.L.D. to prepare for this podcast. And it took me like by the second game, I was like, oh, I'm holding back. So I stopped. Like, I think my first game was just like, I know they're aggro, so I'm just gonna, shove forward and shoot shit. And then I realized pretty quickly that it's much more advantageous to hold back a bit.
Yeah, definitely holding back, and then using your advantages, because some of these guys have like movement tech on them and stuff like that, to be able to double tap or to be able to get good beams on Dynamo and stuff like that. It makes a huge difference.
Yeah, and so I guess in terms of play style, we would probably bucket them into attrition.
Yeah, they usually do, because like I have to win by killing stuff still. Like, yes, I kill stuff and then I score, but I still have to kill stuff. I don't get just to ignore it and just score points. I guess I could try, but I don't think you would win over Hellfire or Webs in that matchup, so I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah, and you have a lot of stuff that like double taps, so like the spenders or what you have to spend power and typically don't gain power from. Sorry, I'm like being very basic here because it was really confusing to me when I first started. But your spender, essentially, like, there's a lot of double tapping in these characters. Like, Romanov does it.
Bullseye does it.
Bullseye does it. Mm-hmm. There was one more character that I was using that did it too that you don't have here.
Nick Fury Sr. Or the Howling Commandos also do it as well.
Oh, maybe that's who I'm thinking of. But and then Bucky, if you bring him in a list, kind of, sort of, does some weird shit like that, like reactive.
Yeah, and he was something. He has the rapid fire, and then he's got a guy back trigger. He was something that used to be in the list a lot, and then he got nerfed. I don't know. I still play with the idea of coming back. I know some people still run him on hammers, and so if you get a hammer on him, he's rolling 5 dice instead of 4 dice. You get that rapid fire more reliably, but it feels weird to bring one character just for one mission or crisis. It doesn't really seem like what I want to do.
Yeah, which is totally a list. I do that sometimes though. If an affiliation is really popular, I'll bring a certain character who like kind of smacks them, but.
Which hammers is hammers. It's really commonly used. I guess I could do it, but the guy who took his spot was Spectacular Spider-Man in the new core set, and I've really liked him. He just gives you more options on multiple different mission types, so I come for that. So I think let's go the core of this list, because I do have a core that I basically bring almost every time, and then kind of down into different characters, what they're doing. So the core, obviously Nick Fury Jr. Every single time, no question asked, his grunts are some of the best.
You don't take the Iron Man leadership?
Nah, hardly ever. There was a couple times, usually we'll talk about it, but on Senators, I think I should take Invincible Iron Man leadership. But yeah, Nick Fury Jr.,
talk about
Nick Fury Sr.
Their leadership right now, too. So what does Nick Fury do for you, leadership-wise?
I'm going to pause. I said this early in the podcast, verbatim.
We don't have to pause. I'll keep this.
Okay.
Whoops. Sorry, it's been a long day for me. So
you're good. The core: Nick Fury Jr., Nick Fury Sr., Invincible Iron Man. Invincible Iron Man does have another shield leadership. It's the Wakanda rerolls, so you can spend 1 power to reroll an attack or defense. It's okay. You don't have a lot of power available on a lot of your guys to do that though, so I've never really run it that often. But those are the cores. That's an 11-point core, and then I kind of branch out to that based on the mission type, what I'm playing against, etc. So the first guy, Agent Venom, he's usually a webs pick. Agent Venom is great into webs, even though I've never beaten webs with S.H.I.E.L.D. yet. But the idea is his symbiotic instincts, he turns off all their rerolls. So he just does a lot more damage to them, which is really good. His Beam 3 attack is super good. I won my LVO qualifier with him off that Beam 3 attack. And then he also has a really good defensive attack.
Incinerate after that too, right? Oh, no, it
doesn't AoE damage around it. Yeah, that's the grenade he has. And then his web swing, of course, is really good. But something nice for him for like demons and stuff is that you can pay a power to take a condition off him, which is really nice in really key moments.
Yeah, and also your card. So you have 2 options when you bring him as well. You have the card. What's that called? That heals 3. and then
Battlefield Medicine.
Yeah, it really helps you on demons, I think.
Yeah, it's really important, especially if anything gets onto Nick Jr. It's really important for Battlefield Medicine to go onto him usually.
Yep.
So that's what Age of Venom is. And he's also a range 4 shooter. He still just fits the playstyle, and he does a fair amount of damage. He's pretty squishy, but he's kind of mobile. So I also like to bring him a lot for against X-Men. One of the local guys we play a lot here, Andy Murray, usually plays a lot of like really wide X-Men stuff with pay to flips. And he's not the best pay to flip because he's got 2 energy defense, but he can still get around the map for those D maps really easily, which is another reason why I like him. So that's Age of Venom. The next guy I have on my list is Spectacular Spider-Man. Again, he took over the Bucky spot, but just another 3 threat was the main idea with him, because you do want a couple 3s on here to go wider at the list if you can. I like him on pay to flips, which I know is kind of weird because he's only 3/3/3, but it's usually against like Asgard and pay to flip stuff. He's really nice because he's got the web swing. He only moves medium, but the web swing's enough usually, and he's got a throw, so you can move around and throw people off of stuff and go for it. Usually just kind of take little secure points. I don't bring him on E-maps usually. Usually it's for like I need to go wider. It gives me options. He's reasonably tanky. He's got that reroll on him.
I mean, he's a pretty big staple in web lists anyways, too. So.
Yeah. I like him a lot. He's affiliated into S.H.I.E.L.D. as well, so he helps fill it. So I really like him a lot, actually, I have to say. But yeah, he just kind of comes in as a 3. Bullseye is usually there for, what is it? I think it's 17s and 20s that I bring him. He's just the 2 threat. He's the best shooty, damagey 2 threat there is. He's still range 4. It's really dumb. He's a great sacrifice target.
So he has one less health, to be fair.
He does. He does, which, oh man, I care so much as my 2 threat. He's a really good sacrifice target. If someone's going after Nick Jr., I'm like, I'm going to sacrifice on Bullseye because I don't care about that guy. And then look, you procced my leadership. Hooray. Kind of thing.
Typically, he just kills things that are, guess what? Alive on 1.
Yeah. So I know, with his little, always gets damage through. Yep. Which is honestly, huge deal sometimes.
Yeah,
having to be able to
really
guarantee that 2 damage. Oh, man, it's so good. He's so good.
And bleed too, right? I think.
Speaking of bleed, next person is Hela, even though I never do her bleed thing. Hela is my Eyes on the Prize character. So she's the one that can do the safe mid-lane grab. Usually I don't do it on Montesi's usually. Because also, if you look at my long shanks, it's really funny. I never have priority. I think I've gotten priority 4 times or something like that. So it never happens anyways. But for hammers, I bring her for hammers. So she can run and grab that side hammer.
You've played a lot of games.
I don't know. It's wild. It's really funny. I'm always winning off of priority.
Oh, boy. What's going to happen when you start getting priority all the time?
I'm going to lose a lot, apparently. I think I had priority against Matt Alex into webs, and I lost that game. Of course, yeah. We'll blame it on that. But yeah, Hela's the one that grabs the hammer, and then she can bounce back. Why not Bill? So she can... Hela's got a range 4 attack, obviously. Okay. Duh, shield. But she also has a mystic attack. So she's really good against webs and people who don't have good mystic defense stuff. It's a range 4, 6 dice mystic. Yeah, so she fits that pretty well. She's pretty movable, which is really nice. And again, a big thing with S.H.I.E.L.D. is hey, I like to have some movement stuff going on so I can double tap more often. She loses it when she flips, which is a bummer. But then she also goes the idea of
flips too. So
yeah, and she does her soul mechanic, which does fit in with S.H.I.E.L.D., where I like to have things kind of die, like my grunts, and that will build souls on her, so I can actually proc off really weird high dice attacks, or I get her soul thing so she doesn't die. So
the grunts are a really good trigger, for lots of things in this list.
Yeah.
Moving
Next
on.
guy I'll do is Hawkeye. I was going to circle back to both Furies at the end because I think I'll talk more about them. Hawkeye is just a good 3 threat. He's got a range 5 attack. He's great. He's mobile. He always has a bunch of power, which is really nice. So for missions where I still bring Helios, usually that means there's a Hawkeye in my list that's actually coming out because he always has a bunch of extra power. Because all he can really spend it on is, I guess you can do quick draw. And there's a really funny play where if you're not outside of range 3, you can Eye in the Sky. And what Eye in the Sky is one of the broken things about S.H.I.E.L.D. It's a team tactics card. You pay 3 off of Nick Fury Jr. when you're targeted by an attack, and you get to move that character small. And if you're outside the range of that attack, then the attack is canceled and they get refunded a new action. So for Hawkeye, it's really funny because if he's not within or outside of 3 for his quick draw, you can Eye in the Sky him out of range and then quick draw that opponent before they get to shoot you, which is really funny. And you can awkwardly kill somebody with it sometimes, which is really funny. But he's just a good one. For missions where I don't really have Dynamo because it's not an E, he is good because he gives out shock. And so that's a good way of keeping you alive and not just fully dying really fast. So yeah, he's just a good affiliated 3, I gotta say.
Yeah.
The Black Widow 4 is the newest piece of my list, I would say, that I brought in for Midgard. She's the new Black Widow from the new core set. I really like her. She's a long
She's very
mover.
good.
I think she plays the extracts really well because she gets to drop them like the grunts, where she gets to drop them within 2. Like I get to pick where they go, so you can throw them backwards. She's weirdly tanky with all the rerolls she has, and then martial artist and stealth. Again, like you talked about earlier, her spinner can trigger another builder with full rerolls, so she can do a lot of damage. So I like her a lot.
In one of my games, she picked up Sam Wilson.
Yeah,
so
just like that. Yeah,
quick activation. I was like, oh, he's dead.
Yeah, she is really good at like picking out little out of place little guys with that long move.
She's a backline bully, kind of. So she can move really quickly and kind of harass your opponent's backline.
Sometimes in scrolls, I like to pick up my opponent's scroll with her because then like she's got the movement for it, and then usually with that stealth martial artist, if she does die, which usually she doesn't because you'll get the power for the rerolls, you just drop the scroll behind you.
Right, which is so powerful. I'm realizing too from the grunt play.
I love her. I'm gonna miss her if I ever drop her, which I don't think I will. I'll probably make room for somewhere else.
Yeah.
But yes, overall good. Lots of damage. She still has a range 4 attack if you really want it. It's only a 4 dice energy, but it's better than nothing, right? And so there are some like characters, if you look at them, that just like don't really have any range attack, and they just feel really bad in Shield because they don't fit with everybody else.
Right. And let me just look at. I'm popping up her card. Her range attack also deals stun, which can be very useful in certain matchups, like Asgard in particular.
That's very true. Yeah, you kind of save your little butt.
Yeah. And Namor now will be good against him too.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think about that. That's a good point. Yeah. I'm curious of how much we're going to see Namor, but let's not sidetrack too far.
Yeah. Let's go back to the list.
The guy now that like makes Shield as an EMAP specialist list, where you just shoot people down the middle, is going to be good old Crimson Dynamo. Man, he's great. He does so many things for you. He's got the movement tech, so you can always get in good positions for beams. He's got a beam 4 attack. Hits so many people in the middle EMAPs. He gives out shock to people, so they can't hit you back as hard, which is great. He's great to sacrifice into because he's got that -1 damage, bunch of health, pretty good defensive rolls.
He doesn't really die. Yeah, he's very hard to kill.
Yeah,
tanky.
He's great.
And he looks like Darth Vader as a bonus.
He does. Yeah, that silly little helmet of his. He generates so much power that he doesn't know what to deal with. It's wild. I gotta say, like, I'm always like, this guy's got like 8 power on him. What do I do with this? So if you're ever still playing Helios for kaiju stuff, if your meta does it, man, he's really good with that. So yeah, just like mix EMAPs. That's why he's on every single list for EMAPs. He's just great in them.
Can you use Helios when Iron Man's dazed?
No, because it's an attack from Iron Man.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so it has to be an Iron Man activation too.
Okay. Just thinking of how to play around that.
Yeah. Well, speaking of which, actually, that's a good segue point because what we're going to talk about is Invincible Iron Man. He was the leader. I used to run 3-threat Iron Man. I kind of miss him. The 4-threat one's okay.
He's okay.
He does a little bit more damage. I feel like $1 Billion Punch is pretty good. It's like one of my 2 throws in the entire
If he had a built-in push on his builder, like if it wasn't a wild trigger, I think it'd be really good. There
are plenty of times where I've tried to do it and I don't roll that well, and you're like, damn. Yep. And like he's got the reroll bubble, which can be helpful late game, but usually with me, a big thing with him is going to tie into a lot of these people, especially with the grunts and Dynamo, is Stark Armory. I think Stark Armory is a really key point in my list. It's like, I almost always bring it. And what that is Iron Man in the power phase can pay X power. Anybody within range X of him gets 1 extra attack roll, including the grunts, which is stupid because they're rolling 2 5-die attacks and Fury's rolling 2 6-die attacks or a lead from the front.
And the grunts always win the game. So
exactly, they're the best models in the game right there. I know you should put them on the tier list at S.
I don't know where they are. Because
they're just so
if they
good.
Even have a picture.
Yeah, there they are. I see them right next to She-Hulk. Right next to She-Hulk, between She-Hulk and Shocker.
Oh, I'm having trouble right now. I'll find them. All right, you keep talking.
I'll keep talking. So usually with Iron Man, I don't do the rerolls as much because Iron Man's turn 1 is usually walk forward, try to get within range 4 of somebody to shoot them with a Pulsar Blast. It's a really cool ability. It's a builder gainer. So it does a builder where so you get power equal to damage dealt, or you always just gain 1 power, right? So that way, going into the next round, you'll have 3 power. And usually I'll do a 3 power Stark Army round 2. With the idea is that I am trying to daze stuff. I'm trying to win that attrition so I can get that opponent flipped. So if he goes around and flips me right back, well, at least I can go flip him in response. So I'm trying to get that damage out, especially if I'm all grouped up on an E. So Dynamo's Beam 4 5 dice energy attack becomes a Beam 4 6 die energy attack. Super good, right? Again, the grunts get extra attacks or extra dice. Like, it just makes everybody so much more potent for that round 2 game. Really fun thing for him. Reading Stark Armory is just a range requirement. It doesn't give him a superpower he's giving out. It's just having people measure to him. So even if he gets dazed, like even if some of the focuses are down, Stark Armory still counts for that turn, which is super good. So you're like, I don't care, whatever. Right?
No Helios though. So
no Helios. Yeah, if I'm bringing a Stark Armory, I don't have Helios. Only times that Stark Armory really doesn't work super well is on like wide maps. So like Infinity Formula, or if I'm playing on any sort of weird, scoundrels or like spread map. It's not super great. I still brought it a couple times because even if it's just him with like Nick Fury Jr. and the grunts, it's like you can still like kill people, right? And so you still get some effect out of it, but it's not quite as good.
Yeah.
He's still pretty tanky too. Like, it sucks that he has to pay 1 power to reduce, which my bummer, because again, he doesn't feel like he always has a lot of power on him because I do spend it so fast.
Yeah, the rerolls make it go by real quick too. When you start using those, you're like, oh, he's got none again.
Which is like a bummer. But I guess it's balanced as well. And I wish he could reroll from himself. That'd be my only thing. Because like those times where you're trying to get that wild push and you're like, oh, I wish I could use Jarvis. Joke's on me, I can't.
Yep. I already ran into that with just 3 games. Came up to an objective, was trying to push a different Black Widow off, and didn't hit my wild. I was like, oh, okay.
Feels bad.
Well, but at the same time, like S.H.I.E.L.D. has because of Nick Fury's leadership, which we're about to dive into, if you're behind, it's not as big of a deal.
Yeah, which is nice, but still, like, sometimes you want those pushes, but it is what it is. Yeah. I'll talk about Nick Fury Senior next. I'll leave Junior for last. Senior are the Howling Commandos.
He's broken, so I'll put him up here. You're welcome, Nick.
Yeah. Howling Commandos are just a really solid 3. They got stealth, which I always think is funny. I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, you can't shoot them. But their biggest thing is siblings in arms. So they can spend 2 power, take a character within 2 and place them within 1 of them, and they're medium base. So they get to, again, like in S.H.I.E.L.D., they get to move your other characters up so that they can double tap. Because that's the name of the game, is not just like really big attacks. Like, I don't like the
lots
big
of
models.
Small ones.
Yeah, I don't like Hulk and like, oh, I'm doing a 10 die attack because like I played a local guy last week and he rolled.
Mock me.
No, it wasn't you. It was somebody else. He was playing Angela and did Dark Doom Prophecy and was rolling 10 die attacks into the Black Widow 4 threat and hit twice when 10 dice. And so like if I'm just rolling a lot more attacks, you're gonna statistically even out, and it comes like you're gonna do more damage to
also,
it. Also,
you do enough damage. Like some of those bigger characters overkill things, which is
that's a good
you're
point.
wasting it kind of at that point.
That's a good point. Or like you have just like redundancy where it's like, this is going to happen eventually, but I don't care you that. I'm going to shoot you 5 more times with these other people, and that person is going to die. Right.
Right.
So that's what's really good at them. And then they have a got your back trigger. Right. So again, with S.H.I.E.L.D., whenever someone dies,
they got your back.
I get to shoot you if you kill me.
Anywhere, which I found out.
Yeah. Well, they still have to be within range, but yes.
Range of his attack, we should say. Yeah.
Yeah.
So someone dies anywhere on the battlefield of your own squad, and he gets to make a 5 dice or 6 dice if you're on Stark Armory turn.
Yeah. Right, which is a big deal as well. And then you get a pursuit trigger, which is nice sometimes to move forward so you can shoot again. Or that builder or gainer, is only a range 4. So if you get that pursuit trigger, you can move up for the show's over, which is another attack that can proc an additional attack. So again, just more dice.
Yeah.
So that's always really nice. And then like with S.H.I.E.L.D., it's funny. Like anytime something dies, I'm always like, all right, let me stop. I got to check my leadership. I got to check to see if Hela gets a soul. I got to check a gotcha back range.
Much stuff.
Yeah, you got to like check all this stuff to make sure it happens.
Wonder your brain melts.
Yeah. And then Nick Jr. is the last one, obviously the leader that I always use.
Right up at the top.
Super great grunts. The grunts, when they die, you get to drop the extract from them, which is so good, especially for your little tiny grunts. So like Senators or Paranoia. A lot of times I'd like to go with Nick first. You move the grunts up, you pick up a thing, and then you move Nick up, pick up another thing. They're going to kill the grunts, but you drop them back towards you. So usually you'll kind of win an extract. That's one of the only times where I consider bringing Iron Man's leadership instead, is because I am being like more aggressive with my extract play. But man, those grunts are so good. Nick is surprisingly like the highest damage output in the list. When you start to get like, okay, it's 4 activations, 2 grunts and 2 with Nick, and then lead from the front his spender. is a 7-die physical attack that then triggers the grunts to move and shoot again. It just gets silly, especially on a Stark Armory turn. You're just throwing so many dice at people.
Lots of guns.
Yeah, and then usually your grunts, when they're rolling 5 dice, usually you're getting a damage through. They get a reroll from Nick too, and so when they do damage, Nick gains
Most
power.
of the time they do like 5 or 6 damage.
I know, right? You're like, I'm gonna roll 4 dice. That's 3 crits. That's 7 hits. You're like, what?
You're welcome.
So yeah, he's usually my damage piece, and I'll talk about my tax cards here briefly. They're pretty straightforward in Shield. It's always Eye in the Sky, Sacrifice, Brace, Stark Armory, and then something else. Usually they're all just defensive tech to keep Nick alive, right? So Eye in the Sky is usually a Nick play unless something else is more beneficial. Sacrifice is almost always to save Nick. Brace is usually to save Nick. Battleful Medicine, like we talked about, to get rid of like Incinerate off of Nick and stuff like that. A lot of the stuff is to keep him alive. Just because he is if you drop him really early, one, I played wrong, right? I left him open like that. And 2, it just kind of turns off my whole list.
Yeah, pretty much. All the movement stuff goes away. The grunts, that extra firepower just goes away. So I can see that.
And then he alone is a reason for Infinity Formula. That's like the only weird secure I have that's on an E. I think it's a D map. But it's the one that when you're securing it, you get an extra power. That's because he can just walk onto it round 1, and then turn 2, he's got Eye in the Sky power up. So you can play it turn 2.
Yeah, the Eye in the Sky thing was a nuance. Obviously, I only played 3 games. It's not like I, learned the faction. But the Eye in the Sky thing is like kind of a big deal. And one thing I was noticing a lot is I was like, damn it, I don't have enough power. Damn it, I don't have enough power. So it typically wouldn't happen until like turn 3, which is where I made the connection that Shield might be advantageous, like holding back a little till Fury gets going.
Yeah. And usually I almost always have like 3 power on them. Like it feels really bad when I don't, and it's flipped, and you're like, ugh, I could iron out of this. Like back when Cosmic Ghost Rider goes around and stuff like that. Yeah. That's what feels bad.
Oh yeah. I mean, that was a different issue too. But so that's your list. Nice.
Nothing super crazy.
So if someone was looking to like start experimenting with Shield 2, like what would be the like playstyle reasoning you would want to gravitate towards them over other factions? That kind of relationship.
If you want to feel really reactive with stuff, I feel like, and like feel like you're always like in the game, right? And so like it's never like, oh, it's the opponent's turn, I'm going to roll the dice he tells me to roll, right? Like you always feel like you have an answer to something, or you're always feeling like, hey, I have things I can do. And so it makes you feel more in control, which is really nice. And then you get to kill stuff too. So that's
they are really very aggro.
You just roll a lot of dice. Yeah.
And I know Nick, because he's not here, I will also talk about how annoying he finds that aspect to be about people reacting on people's turns.
Yeah.
But it is big part of this game, actually. So
it is. And I do feel bad sometimes. Like it's not as bad anymore, because when Bucky was still alive with another gotcha back trigger, it felt really bad. Someone would like attack me, and then something would die, and I would got your back twice into them, and they would just die on their turn. It felt kind of bad. But I mean, it's how they play, right? It's what gives you your advantage, and you got to use it.
Yeah, and like when you go against Shield, you have to understand that that's how they play in order to beat them or challenge them. Which means and the reason why I think Webs tends to do so well into them is because this is a list where you want to control pacing.
Yeah,
your control the pacing. If you're choosing to be behind, it's because you're choosing to do that. Whereas Webs, you kind of have to play their own game. Yeah. And they're going to outpace you in scoring just because they just do extracts way better, and they don't need damage necessarily.
They don't. So, and that's definitely some stuff that's coming up with this list is going to change, right? Especially with Webs being more popular. I don't have a steal on this list, which some people have always thought was kind of weird. Mainly because I talked to Andy once about it. And I was like, should I feel bad about dropping Spider-Woman for the Black Widow 4? And he was like, do you see what I bring? Just play what you want. I'm like, that's a good point. So I've had luck with it. My answer has always been I'll just kill the person. But against Webs, it's not really doable because they can just run away from you. I don't chase very well, so I don't chase down people super well, except for the Black Widow 4. So yeah, I definitely think some more steals in here. Now I've thought about dropping Hela for Dr. Voodoo, so I still keep the Mystic, and then I get an actual steal with him as well.
I kind of like Miles better in your list, but it's just me.
Miles probably would be good too. That's a good option. He's a 3. But then again, like
take Webs against Webs,
Yeah, I guess I could drop Spectacular Spider-Man for Miles
if you really need to. Yeah,
I could still probably run them all Shield because my core is always a Shield one. So yeah, that's a good option. Someone new that's coming out is Silver Sable. I think she's going to fit in really nicely, mainly just for shot caller, where she gets to pick somebody within 4 and advance them small, and then they gain a power.
Is
so
that
you can
size restricted too, or
no, it's just choose another allied character within 4 and advance it small. Then the
she's going to make me not
1.
be able to run Dark Dimension for a while here. So,
well, no, it's an allied character.
Never mind.
So I get to move my own pieces up, and then they gain power.
Yeah, and then you can spend a power to move again, right? Could you combo that with? Okay.
Oh, we're talking about for
Furious Leadership.
Oh, if I'm getting attacked, that's the thing. Furious Leadership, I had to get attacked, so no, not so much. But I guess it opens it up for the future, right? Like I'll have that power, and again, like power generation is a huge thing. So then it's like, oh, I can use Iron Man's rerolls more. It puts Senior Fury in range to do a grenade instead of just a shot. It puts Fury Junior up in range to get attacked to get Eye in the Sky power. So like, it just opens up so many things. And then she's just a range 5 gun. So like again, she fits the playstyle where she's just going to sit back and shoot people.
Yep, that makes sense. Yeah. Cool. So that's okay. We are hitting the bullet points. So, non-affiliated splash characters. Like, give me your top 3. We don't have to dive. There's so many characters. If we scroll down, you'll see just how many. So,
number 1, and the list can't work without him because I fought you for him at the team tournament, is Dynamo. I have to have Dynamo. That's a lot of people. Outside of that, I guess Hela and Bullseye are my other splashes, right?
Well, in the list, but like these are kind of replaceable, I feel like. Yeah. Potentially.
I think a Steel would fit in, so like a Miles, Voodoo. Spider-Woman, who's affiliated, is on the table, but I think you're right. Miles might fit.
Wong might be useful too, as a 2. Get that power going.
I guess it could. It'd be an interesting thing to see to play. I wonder how much damage you would miss with Bullseye being gone.
I wonder how much damage I would not be able to apply to my opponent.
Yeah, right. Again, I gotta kill people.
Yeah.
So you might miss that with Bullseye being gone, but he's a good 2, right? I have also played around the idea with a Spider Shield duel list that runs Toad. And that could be kind of fun. You can do more extract stuff.
And you see a lot of like Toad and Bullseye in Spider's list.
Yeah.
Or just grab extracts and run away. I mean, why not?
Right, yeah. But other splashes I've been thinking about recently, again, is Voodoo. And then, what's an updated list? Got to open the good old Jarvis. Could you imagine playing this game without an app to make a list on real quick?
No, and I remember, so shout out to whoever designed Crit Wild a long time ago. Oh, yeah, I loved that app. And I was so bummed out when they stopped making it or updating it. So Jarvis, in my opinion, is fine. But it is, thank you very much, whoever also designed that, because it is very...
It's a good one, yeah.
Well, I mean, we couldn't do this without it, I think. I mean, I constantly am on it reading cards, never mind everything else that it does. So,
but I don't have any other good splashes, honestly, to tell you the truth. I like everything in S.H.I.E.L.D. I like the affiliation. The other thought of the change list is going to Iron Man 3 threat instead of Iron Man 4 threat.
But we could go through every single character and see if they're splashable. I'm just kidding.
That would be quick, right?
Yeah.
A funny thing could be Crossbones Merciless Merc. Because you're playing on E-maps a lot, because they're beam. That'd be kind of funny.
Oh, yeah. That'd be cool. We've talked about that, too, offline.
Yeah, it'd be a fun little beam. I've always thought about Mysterio.
Could be fun, yeah.
Because, again, he can pull people towards you.
And then your triggers can go off.
Exactly.
Or if they get too close, you tricks and traps.
Punisher is on the list, and Taskmaster. I guess Taskmaster is... But yeah, Punisher he's just a good, like, shooty threat.
He's got that card, too.
Yeah, for the victory point 1. That could be kind of funny. Shield, not Shield Master, Taskmaster.
Shield Master. That's you, the Shield Master.
Yeah, he is affiliated. Something I thought about looking into now with Namor coming out was running a Shield list that's more like up front and punchy and not long range shooty. So like a wildly different play style.
Yeah,
that would have like
it'd be almost like X-Force in variety of ways, or
a little bit almost like Defender-y, right? Where you're running like a lot of those range 2 guys, and then you're using that leadership that comes with Namor to give you skulls unlocked for rerolls. Sounds kind of fun, right?
Yeah, I think Daredevil's leadership for them is just better though. But
I think you're right, and it's not a tactics card. And S.H.I.E.L.D. already has so many good tactics cards. You're like, oh, I have to use one for a leadership. That sounds terrible.
Yeah. What are we? What's that other Hellfire Club. What are we,
Yeah.
Hellfire Club?
But that one's a really good leadership. So you're like, I'm going to do that, no problem.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that makes sense. So hold back. I have just like the words hold back on here, but we talked about that. So I think we should now. We'll talk about matchups first, and then we can dive into affiliation characters.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And while you're talking about that, well, just go through kind of like best, worst, like what you've seen. You've played them for a while. What, 2 years now too? So
yeah, 1.5 2 years, something like that. Good matchups that I feel good with would be weirdly Guardians. I haven't seen them in a hot minute, but Guardians felt really good with. And I don't think I've ever lost a Guardians game, even during the CGR heyday for some reason. Wow. But usually CGR was like, cool, you can kill my 3-threat
Cosmic
model.
Ghost Rider, also, for those who don't know.
Everyone knows who CGR is. But yeah, then it's like, not. Kill my small guy. That's fine with me. I don't really care because then I pop all my stuff off, right?
Yeah.
And usually you could just live long enough. So that was like that. A bad one, obviously, is webs, like we talked about. It's hard to keep up with them.
Criminal
Hellfire
on Soup Scoundrels is pretty bad for you.
Anything on Scoundrels, actually. So that's something that comes across. If I see a Scoundrel on a secure, sometimes I think about taking my extracts, depending on, what we're thinking, or if I don't ever have priority. But Scoundrels is really tough.
I can't believe that. I can't believe that's a thing.
It's really funny. Another side note about Scoundrels, though, Agent Venom, Hawkeye, all really good in there because they can ignore that cover. Right, and so they don't get the cover from Scoundrels, which is nice, and I just have to go wider.
My Defenders list has Scoundrels in it too, Steve.
Yeah. Ooh,
so
watch out.
Maddox, sorry. I have it written down to call you Maddox because I'm already forgetting. It's only, a few minutes in. But anyways.
But yeah, anything wide is also tough. So Webs is hard. Hellfire Club is hard. Guardians, I think I run into pretty well. I don't have anything else really that I feel like bad running into. Like the new Cabal Thanos stuff, I feel pretty good too. I feel pretty good running into Thanos. Like he gets to move a bunch of people around and like move up. It's the same kind of concept, but usually I have enough movement tech with myself to be like, okay, I kind of parry that. And again, I usually just ignore Thanos and kill the little stuff around him.
Yeah, that's a really great way for anyone who's frustrated playing against Thanos, which, to be fair, at least my main affiliation doesn't do well into him. Because he counters what I do. So, but that being said, all that aside, if you come up to Thanos, I think the first thing you should think is like, well, how many pieces can I get off the board as quickly as possible?
Yeah. And a lot of Cabal Thanos is going to have a Zemo with him, a 3-threat Zemo. Just get him off the board, right? Because then they lose that reroll, and then he's a huge damage output. If you Death Decree on Zemo with his full reroll, it's super good. So,
if he's flipped,
get him off.
If he's dazed, oh my, it's nasty. So
get him off. But yeah, so I don't really have anything else like I felt like super bad into. I played a lot of Midnight Suns, and usually iHulk doesn't scare me too much. And again, like he can hurt, but I have enough defensive tech cards that usually I can keep my list alive. And it's
or at
either
least the people you want to be alive,
Exactly. And usually, again, I just focus on people around him, and so then it's just Immortal Hulk by himself, and I have 4 models left on the board, and I'm like, I know I can just outscore you, right? Like, yes, you can kill me eventually, but we're already around 4. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, those wider mesh, especially like if you have 4 secures, anything more than 3, like an EMAP, you start running into that problem with bigger characters, unless it's like a pay to flip.
Yeah. But I think I don't have any like other bad matchups per se. I would say.
I think Dormammu was really bad for you because I played him. And suck it. Malekith was pretty bad for you at that time when I first started playing.
Yeah, he was a little rough, mainly for that throw, right? That's something about S.H.I.E.L.D. is that if you have a lot of throws and I only have 1 brace, right? And then you start throwing all my characters into each other because I like to always bunch up on an EMAP. That can get
I think displacement in general is pretty bad for S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah,
like pushes to Hex is actually pretty bad for you as well.
So don't spike.
Yep.
I have the aggressive part of my leadership, but again, I have to be winning or tied for that to come up.
And targeted by an attack too, which is
by an attack, kind of right?
Thing. Yeah.
Superpower doesn't count. So like Scarlet Spider, hate that guy. Web Whip is really annoying because I have no play around it. It's like, all right, cool, get me off the point, I guess.
He's really amazing. So
Yeah, I think he's pretty cool. He's a good 4. Like, it's cool they have options for it now. I think he's just a really good 4 that fits that list.
The only bummer with spiders is because they have so many good 4s now, you never see starter set spider, and it's kind of sad.
Oh, I mean, you've never seen that guy in the first place.
Hey, I have. He's in my box, not built. So
okay,
but he's there. All right. Cool. So I have Jarvis up. So I'll just run through these characters, and we're not. I guess contextually, we should. In terms of tier rankings, we should just talk about in affiliation. So how they work in affiliation, and not necessarily that you use them in your list too, like that they would be even an option. You know?
I think, and you could say like S is in like in every single shield list.
So
like
which would be
Nick
your
Fury
core,
Jr.,
probably.
right? Yeah.
We could probably just put them up there right now. So
but I would put Invincible Iron Man in A. I would not put him in S. I don't think he has to be in the list, but I think both Furies are
we'll get
in
to
the
him.
list. Yeah.
The first character is actually Agent Venom. So
I think Agent Venom I give a solid B, I would say.
So sometimes splashed.
Yeah. And it's like he's good on a lot of matchups. He's matchup dependent. You don't run him into Guardians because they just shoot him. He has 2 energy defense. But again, he's really good into like Scoundrels. He's good into X-Men. He's really good.
He's a symbiote. You know. Yeah, should we keep going?
You know.
I guess FYI, Stephen Maddox and I both, and Nick, all really love symbiotes, and
absolutely,
it's so sad that they don't have a faction yet.
I know. But Carnage hurts me how bad he is in this game.
But they need to address the energy defense if they ever did make a faction.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know how you do it. Probably like a leadership that changes it would make the most sense.
Or like you get an RD1 on energy attacks or something, or you can redistribute the attack to like a really beefy symbiote or something.
That'd be cool. Yeah. Or like some sort of reroll mechanic.
Yeah. Who has like 4 or 5 energy defense, and you're like, oh, I can within range 3 retarget this attack, because they'd be kind of webby. I would hope.
It'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like maybe like a shared host kind of stuff, or like a shared hive mind thingy like they did with Null. And so then like they shunt it between all of them. It'd be kind of cool.
Oh, please release symbiotes.
Yeah.
Off topic, but so I get the next character is threat level 2, Black Widow.
I think she's good. I used to run her a lot. I just really like threat level 4, so I would put her at a B. Right? Yeah. She's not on my list, but she's still good.
Yeah, like if S is always take, A is like mostly take, B would be they're optional.
Yeah. And so I think she's good. I wouldn't feel bad running her, I would say.
So probably the 3-threat one too. Probably all of them, to be fair.
No, 3-threat I would put D.
Oh,
she
really?
Sucks. I do not like her.
I've never read her card.
Exactly, right? That's why not. She's got like a rapid fire. She's got interrogate, which is cheeky, but she doesn't do nearly as much as the other ones do. And there's just other better characters. She's just pushed out by a lot of other 3-threats in S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, and why wouldn't you just take Spider-Woman if you're taking her for the interrogate at least?
Yeah. Or like you're going to take Hawkeye as Protector Spider-Man, or Senior Fury, Senior Fury. There's like so many better 3s.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. And so moving on to the new Cap.
I forgot he was S.H.I.E.L.D. affiliated.
Yeah, me too. Till I just looked.
I don't know. C. Like he doesn't feel like he fits that place.
He's good on his own. You don't need to take him in S.H.I.E.L.D.
No.
so
I guess if you don't have models and you need to make a S.H.I.E.L.D. list,
if you love Captain America,
if you're one of our local guys, he does like that.
Yeah, and he's got really good. He's got that same kind of consistent thing that you find in S.H.I.E.L.D. lists. That double attack, where something triggers another attack. It is expensive though, like way more than the other ones.
Yeah. I guess if you ever play the idea of like a close range S.H.I.E.L.D. list, that he might be fitting in there. Actually.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, range 3. But honestly, you take him on his own for his leadership.
Yeah, exactly. So I think C is fine.
Okay. Who's next? We got Hawkeye. He's probably
Hawkeye.
B to me.
B or A, I would say.
Yeah, probably B. I think you lean more towards him, but when I was looking at him, I was like, nah.
Yeah. I guess he doesn't come in every list too. I guess it depends, like again on Scoundrels and certain matchups. So yeah, I guess B. He fits well.
Yeah, he's like kind of a tech piece.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Invincible Iron Man. He's probably A.
I would put A. Like he's still good. He funds a lot of stuff. He's got a decent leadership. He can start armory. He's not like, oh my god, I have to bring him.
And really, who you're replacing him with is the 3. Iron Man anyways. Like that's who you drop to bring him. So they're probably both the same tier.
Yeah, and even the 3-threat one, he's like, again, I always forget the Friday AI on 3-threat Iron Man is really good because it makes his attack a 6 dice repulsor with that wild push, so you get more chances to push.
Oh, they just redid his card, didn't they?
Not just. That was like 2 years ago. That was a while ago.
Well, it has the new blue cool art on it. So.
Oh. I don't know. Maybe Jarvis made it fancy. But yeah, it's just Friday AI is pretty good. He doesn't do much else besides just push people and live. But yeah, I think he's still, if you're going to bring one, I think either Iron Man, it's one or the two, right? And so I think it's going to be A because you're going to bring on an Iron Man and it's which one do you want?
Right. I mean, you just have two, you have access with Iron Man, any of them, to two really excellent cards.
Exactly. Right. So you need one of them. Pick your poison.
Absolutely. I can't find Namor on this, but he is next. I'll just put Crossbones. Or Dormammu. This will be Namor.
I guess I would put, there you go. That's a good one. I would put him at C.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know enough. His Prince's Protection, which is kind of like a Heroes for Hire thing, seems kind of fun. Again, his leadership.
I mean, the internet's going nuts right now with like, we're in the time where he was just released for those like maybe back listening. And the internet is going crazy with like combos always overpowered. There's a lot of controversy around him. I don't think he's that good.
No. I think he's like one of the least damaging 5 threats. He doesn't do a lot of damage because he can't like exponentially grow.
You just take Crystal. Here's slow. You can't take it off. Have fun.
Have fun, buddy. Yeah. But I think you could build a list around him and have fun. I think he fits. He can bodyguard. He's just an awkward 5 threat for S.H.I.E.L.D, which again I don't take any 5 or 6s.
Yeah.
And so he doesn't.
He's also an awkward 5 threat for defenders. So maybe you just sits on a shelf, you know. You buy that box for Black Panther, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
Cool. And we already did Nick Fury. The 2 Nick Furies, so they would be next. Oh, and this is an interesting one. I forgot she was S.H.I.E.L.D. She-Hulk.
Oh God, She-Hulk. I played She-Hulk in my list like when I first started playing S.H.I.E.L.D, but honestly, I put her at D. Like she doesn't fit well. She-Hulk's not great in general. Like cool, she can bodyguard, but
she has
smacked. Yeah, she doesn't have that stopgap where like, oh, I get dazed, so you can't continue to damage me. Like someone can just do 20 damage to her and she's dead. You're like,
and cool. Teams are more than capable these days of dealing 20 damage in one turn too.
I don't think she fits super well or does a lot with S.H.I.E.L.D. I guess if you really want to do a punchy S.H.I.E.L.D. list, sure.
Maybe she's
but
a C.
No, I put her in D. I put her in D.
F.
Because then in that case, you're going to bring Namor, which is like no. Just play She-Hulk, right?
Namor with what, the Time Stone if you're replacing a 6 or something. So
or just a 5-threat Namor.
Also, you said like, so I do think like you have your own S.H.I.E.L.D. list. Obviously, there's people out there who play S.H.I.E.L.D. who don't run what you run, but I do think the themes you've touched on, like small characters, is kind of the build or the way that they function. You know, because most likely everyone who's running S.H.I.E.L.D. is taking these 2 characters at the very least.
Yeah, I think so. And you're going to play off of that Nick Jr. leadership usually, and it just like rewards you for running a wider list.
Yeah, and that's what I was noticing too when I just a few games in, I was like, oh, like really tiny characters are really good in S.H.I.E.L.D. That want to kind of hold back, maybe have some range. I was experimenting with close-up characters, kind of a hybrid list, mostly just Panther because I love him. But
that's fair. There's probably something there. Right? I think you could probably do well with it.
He's better in defenders though than he is in S.H.I.E.L.D. So
yeah, absolutely.
All right, spectacular, man.
I would put him.
God, I can't believe he's affiliated. To be honest,
I know it's awesome. Actually.
He's probably a B.
A B or A. Yeah, I think B because again he fits like Hawkeye. Like Hawkeye and him switch back and forth a lot in my list.
Yeah,
as a 3.
So like if you need, as we mentioned before too, if you need a steal, he might be an option to drop.
Yeah, for like a Miles or something like that. But yeah, I think B fits him fine.
Okay. So next is Spider-Woman. Where are you?
Spider-Woman.
She's one of my favorite pieces.
Yeah. I would also put her in B, I would say.
Do you see her?
She's on the far right side next to Spider-Man, just below the Sentinels.
Oh, I see her now. Yeah.
She's got an affiliation steal, which is good. So that's another consideration. If there is a steal coming in and you don't want to drop Spectacular Spider-Man, you can bring Spider-Woman instead. She's still a long mover. I I believe she has martial artist and stealth as well, so she kind of fits the Black Widow 4 playstyle a little bit. Doesn't do nearly as much damage.
She's also really good at running away. I will just say that. So if you're like down on points, like end of the game, turn 6, she's an excellent option, and you're usually reserving her for like late game anyways. Like early game, you might go grab something and just kind of consistently score in the backfield. I almost never use her for damage in webs. She just sits there and tanks like smaller characters, because most smaller characters have a lot of small characters have a lot of physical attacks, and she's got martial artist with 4 physical defense. So
I like her. I think she's a good piece. I kind of miss her. I played once with
you're like looking out the window longingly.
I played a game once with Spider-Woman and Black Widow 4, and there were 2 long mover stealth martial artists. It was really fun.
I'm just guessing you took 4, 4, 8 plus 4,
it was on
12, 15?
I think it was on Scoundrels, because it was also like an F map. So it's like, there's a lot of points. This long movement might help.
Oh.
That's the idea.
Yeah. I mean, she's pretty good on Scoundrels. Like decent enough, I guess.
Yeah. She's, I think, a good B. Who's next?
Yeah.
Ooh, side note, and this because it might come up later. A brand new age or a new age is a shield card that with a human torch, it makes all your energy attacks do 2 extra dice when you attack for that turn.
Whoa.
And so if you want to go crazy with that guy who would be a D, you could bring Spider-Woman because she's got 2 energy attacks. And so like it does synergize with her if you wanted to make that happen.
I kind of want to do that now just to
good luck.
Be hilarious. Torch. No, my next project is Avengers. So
yeah.
And Defenders. I play too many games, to be honest. I'm playing like 6 a week at this point. So
more than me, I'm jealous.
Thank you, TTS.
All right, who's next?
The Shield. Okay, I'm trying to look for him. Cap 4, but the Shield only one.
Oh,
Captain America.
Steve Rogers, Captain America, Steve Rogers.
Yeah. I just realized his name is right here.
You can put him in D.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just I don't usually
put people in F, by the way. But yeah, D.
Well, so what out of these bottom tiers, which ones would you absolutely never consider taking?
Black Widow,
the one,
and
Captain
America.
Out of all of them, though,
it'd be this Captain America, because his Captain America is
just
like,
that bad.
I don't think he does anything. He's got like he can like move, but if he's holding an extract, he has to drop it. Cool. He's got like a full reroll, but it's like 3 power. It's more expensive than Black Panthers or Zemos, and you can't reroll skulls.
Is this the starter set one?
No, it's the one that comes with the Human Torch.
Oh,
it's
I never see him. Cap. I think that's why I'm like, what?
Yeah, no one ever
cool model though.
He's the best Captain America sculpts, probably.
Yeah.
It looks cool, but I just don't think his card functions well. Honestly, to tell you the truth, even
he's got a throw.
That's no matter what affiliations in, I guess. Oh, he has a throw.
Gives himself he gives himself stun and slow. That's pretty cool.
Wow, so good.
Oh no, he gives it to someone else. My bad.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. I was like, that's so bad. Okay,
right. Let's move on. Let's not give him the time of day.
Taskmaster. Where are you? Well, you can start talking about him, but
this one I haven't messed around with him too much.
I loved him.
I know you like him. I would put him at C or B. If you really feel strongly and you want to put him in B, I think that's fine.
He's a really good option to hit someone again that backfield kind of aggressor. Like in my game, my one example, I've used him before in other affiliations, but my other game yesterday, Black Panther was hiding behind a building. I was playing against Defenders, and I was like, okay, I'm going to hit Elektra, and then it's also going to spike and hit Black Panther. So on an E map, especially, like he can sit in a little bit behind the middle objective and hit people if they don't have stealth.
I think he can bully small guys pretty well. Because doesn't he attack twice? He gets extra dice or something like that.
Yep. The same character.
And if he gets attacked twice or something like that, he gets extra stuff. So like he could be kind of fun. I do want to try. I don't own him. I should get him.
I don't know where he is, but Taskmaster. We'll use Hela because I'll find him. Now I'm dedicated.
Now you're committed. Yeah. And he is a 3 threat, and again, Shield likes to go wider, and so he fits that. And so like I wouldn't feel bad playing him. So I think B or C would be what I would consider.
Yeah, probably for UBC. I think for me it'd be more of a B option, but because like I don't think he fits with like Cap and Namor. I think he's more of a piece than them, which is why maybe bottom.
Yeah, that's fair. I get that. Again, I won't argue with it.
Yeah, well, you want to. I know you do.
I've played against him a couple times at other lists. I'm like, this guy's kind of annoying.
He's very annoying.
Yeah,
Which everyone says
he
to me.
didn't like table me or like kill me crazy. I'm like, God, just go away.
So he wasn't in my criminal list like a long time ago when I was dabbling in them. I didn't have him, and now I would always take him. I don't know what I was thinking. So it's 4 threat widow now. He's probably an A or top of B.
I kind of want to put her in A. I bring her a lot.
She's very good.
I don't want to drop her on my list. I've had so much success with her. Again, I probably won my LVO qualifier. I know I won my second game for that LVO qualifier because of her. I love her. She's really
I had
good.
2 games with her, and both times I was like, wow, this is a good model, for this affiliation.
Yeah. I will say, like, there are times where, like, you don't roll the dice for her flurry attack off her spender, and you're like, it feels kind of bad. But again, she just
normally you have Iron Man, too, to reroll.
That's true. But I mean,
how I use that. But
usually she goes pretty far away. But I really like her. I think she really shears up the list when I'm not playing on ease. Because again, I lose secure all the time, and maybe that's why I like her so much. Because I lose secure all the time, and I don't get my E secures, and I have to play on like weird maps. I like her with that a lot. She gives you a lot of options, so I'd say A. Yeah, I bring her often.
Yeah,
especially comparing her to the other B list characters, I'd put her over them.
Oh yeah, because like some of these are the B characters is where you start to dive in a little bit into like tech pieces.
Yeah.
And she's definitely more of a staple, just kind of a generic good body to have.
Yeah, I like her a lot.
There you are. So the next one is Human Torch.
You put him at D.
D.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put him at C.
Just like, I think he's like, I haven't looked at his card in such a long time. I used to play him because I used to try to make a new age work. I think he's like 5'5". He's got like a beam 3.
New age?
That's the one that gives you extra dice and energy attacks for that turn. He dies super easily. He's got a steal, but it's only on assets, which is always funky when it's just segmented that certain thing. His spender's like a beam 2, which like who the fuck are you gonna hit with beam 2? Yeah. I think
he hands out incinerate, but it's a wild too. It's not even like automatic.
So that's cool. I think he can damage people back when they hit him or something like that, which is cool. He's like okay, but like he doesn't work super well. Like his card doesn't work super well.
Yeah. And like as we can tell as this list has developed, there's plenty of 3s, at least 3 of them above or 4 of them above him that you just take instead. So
yeah, I think D, and then I think
he'd be good on demons maybe because of incinerate immunity.
So when I always brought him was on demons, and that's when I try to make that work. But usually now I sit Dynamo on a demon, or like I have like one character on a demon, and then I move everybody else off.
And you're also taking cards in your list to compensate for incinerate.
Yeah. So I don't think he's like super needed for it.
All right, and then the best S.H.I.E.L.D. person of all, probably the meta of S.H.I.E.L.D., is War Machine. I see this guy all the time, and he sucks. I'm just kidding.
Let's put him at D.
He's probably an F, to be honest.
I mean,
he's bad enough to justify that move.
let me look at his card. Doesn't he shoot? He shoots some people. He fits the play.
He's got a range 4, I guess. So maybe a D.
Yeah.
Maybe even above Human Torch because he actually fits the play style. Maybe even above these guys because of the range attack.
Hold on, we're gonna bring up War Machine because he has 2 superpowers. That's it. He's got damage reduction and flight. Whoop-de-doo. And everything else is an attack.
It's so funny. It's also funny because remember, so I was playing Nick when I first started getting into webs on TTS, and I actually had to physically take out the cards like next to me, next to my computer, because there were just, this has 5 entries. It's got 3 attacks, 2 superpowers.
Yeah.
When you look at like a webs card, there's just so much there. There's like 6 superpowers, 2 attacks, like this is bare bones.
I guess my only thing is his barrage triggers another attack, but they have to be within 2 of the original target. If you have Stark Armory up, then it's 2 5-die attacks, but
that's okay.
It's just 2 5-die attacks, and it's like a beam 3.
It is automatic though.
Yeah, and it's a beam 3 5-die attack. He's only got 5 health on his front.
Yeah.
And 5 on the back. Yeah, again, like we've talked about like 800 times. There's so many more 3s that I think are just better than him.
Yeah, exactly.
I would just not really worry about them.
So next are the 2 Buckies. And that's it, actually.
That's a tough one. So Bucky 3, I would still put him at a C or a B. He still has play on like hammers. If you get a hammer and you can do a 5-die attack with rapid fire, that feels pretty good, I would say. I mean, he's got Hydra Tactics, which is a movement thing, and he's got a Gotcha Back trigger, but that 4-die attack.
What'd you say for 3? C or
B? Probably C. Put him in C, actually.
Okay.
Like, he's made it almost into my list a couple times just for hammers.
And this is post nerf, by
post
the way.
Nerf, yeah. And that before that, he was an S. Before that, like, every single time, don't care. Bring in Bucky. He was,
I remember those days. He was
did
annoying.
so much damage. And got in your back and so much. It was so much fun. But right now, I think C, like, if you really wanted to, it'd probably be okay. But I think they're just a lot better consistent pieces I would reach for.
Yep. And 4 is probably in this B area.
I put him in C.
Yeah. Also kind of, that makes sense.
Yeah. Just because, like, I mean, he's cool. He can shoot out of stealth, which is cool.
He's got his own thing, like with Cabal and Hydra.
Yeah. I think, if you're looking at him, you're going to do Soldat. And so, like, that's why you have him. And he doesn't get that with S.H.I.E.L.D. He can shoot. What's his spender do? I don't even remember what his spender does, to tell you the truth.
Clean sweep, it's an area. So every other character takes 1 within 3.
Oh, okay. That's
not bad.
Cheeky. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he's bad. I just don't think he like fits the list of S.H.I.E.L.D. that I want to play very much.
He fits a like this would be outside S.H.I.E.L.D. affiliation, but we're seeing sometimes those like killbox reactive type list. And Andy, you run one.
Yeah. Trap. What is it called?
Trap house.
Trap house. Yeah, there you go. That's what people call it. A good example is like, he got a range 5 attack, but if Bucky 4 was in my list, I would immediately drop him for Silver Sable, right? Just because she does so much more for that playstyle, and she's so synergistic. So he's like, don't feel bad playing him, but like just like that Cap 3 in there, where it's like, don't feel bad.
What about
he fits well.
Sif? I'm just kidding.
I'll put her in F. You should put an S though.
She would go in F.
You should put Dynamo up in S.
The honorary member of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, this is a really good tool too. So if you're considering S.H.I.E.L.D., this is maybe obviously do your own thing, but maybe a rough map for just experimenting with the faction. So, you start off with like the Knicks, Dynamo, and then kind of like take some choices, experiment around. But I think, this B, A, and S are all, you're going to see those a lot. Yeah,
I don't think you can go wrong with any of those characters with the playstyle. Because like one thing with Spectre Experiment I didn't mention, he's got a range 4 impact webbing, which is a push, which is great. So like he just fits the playstyle as well if you really need to.
Impact webbing is always amazing.
Yep. Except into Beast, which I made that mistake against Andrew once because Beast is size 3 apparently, and I was like, "Damn it, did not know that."
No. Well, I remember I thought Panther was size 3 for a little while.
Oh, with his pounds, yeah. You just thought he had glider ram.
Yeah, I was like, oh, he comes in for 4 damage. He's awesome
as a 3 threat.
Yeah. He's still really good, but that's actually the next, when we talk about defenders, he will be coming up.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, so here's like kind of our locked in
S.H.I.E.L.D.
for at least for now. State of S.H.I.E.L.D., if you will.
Yeah, I still really like him. I still see myself playing him for the future. I'll going back down to Midgard for their Becky qualifier in August, and I will be playing them there. I also got that long change ranking, so I feel like I have to keep that up, right? Those internet numbers matter the most, and I have to make sure
they are so important for our health and well-being.
Yeah. But no, they're really fun, and I'm really excited for Silver Sable and trying out some new stuff. Besides that, for like other further releases coming up this year, I don't think there's anything else that really excites me per se that we've seen information about or seems like will fit them.
Oh,
none of the Asgard stuff, I don't think.
There's exciting stuff that's just outside S.H.I.E.L.D.
Nothing that's, I think, going to fit the S.H.I.E.L.D. playstyle really well.
Maybe Apocalypse somehow takes S.H.I.E.L.D.
He's too tall. He's going to be like an 8 threat probably.
I know. Right? I can't wait.
Yeah.
That's my shit.
Yeah.
So
something I just thought about, maybe Electro. Will Electro fit in S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Oh, probably.
Shoots. The only problem, he's a threat 4.
I'm a little underwhelmed by him recently.
Yeah.
Personally. He keeps I'll have game, even in Criminal, he's fast, but he's a 4 threat. So I keep having games where he does nothing. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, cool. He doesn't even play the mission because someone will zap his power, or he'll just spend his power one turn, and he just sits there for on this one side of the board, and you're like, okay, well.
Yeah, that's how I felt about him too last time I played him.
And he's a small mover, so he's not inherently fast. He just is fast when he can ride the wires.
Yeah, that's it.
And once if you play against a team that has a lot of throws, like webs, all the terrain is just gone. So, like
True.
Have fun riding the wires that aren't existing. So, yeah, that was great. Thank you, Steve, for running us through that. I know you're very passionate about S.H.I.E.L.D, doing really well with them.
To the point where our local community dislikes me playing them now, but I'm still going to do it.
Well, I just give you crap because you always talk about experimenting and then you never do. So
I know.
Like, well, I brought one different character. Look at this. It's one character. Yeah, I don't really. There are people in our community who are quite annoyed when they play against S.H.I.E.L.D. So
yeah, but it's fun.
And to be honest, like, I guess it makes sense when people are, coming in and playing on your turn and killing your characters in your turn. It is annoying.
Yeah, it does have a little bit of a feel bad mechanic in it, but it's a game, right? That's part of the game.
Yeah, as long as and I think like most of the time, at least as a player, you're pretty vocal about the stuff you can do.
Yeah, like usually I tell people like a good example is Eye in the Sky for Asgard, right? So like Eye in the Sky, when it works, I usually tell people up front if they have an ability that does this. If there's an attack that goes, oh, I charge and then make an attack, and if that attack does damage, you stagger. Or Black Door is like, oh, I attack and then I add 2 dice to my next attack. The way Eye in the Sky works is if I get outside of range of that attack is canceled and a new action comes up. So I cancel out that part of the action, right? So if Thor charges me with Thor Asgard, and I Eye in the Sky out of it, you no longer get a stagger. So I usually try to tell people that up front because otherwise it feels super bad. Where I'm like, actually, no, you don't get to do that.
Yeah,
and people are like, oh my god, this guy.
Well, we really try to reduce, at least in our communities, and this is a totally different topic, like about sportsmanship, but we really try to reduce the actually moments.
Yeah, like get rid of gotchas, right? So I try to be upfront with like, hey, this is what my list does, kind of thing.
It's hard though sometimes. I'll be fair, like especially when you're trying something new, you're like, oh, I didn't know they could do that. So, but that's all about balance and sportsmanship, anyways. But so thank you. I guess we'll just kind of start to close this out. In terms of next episodes, I think so. We're going to record 2 episodes maybe at a time, maybe just one and then one like the week after. But we wanted to kind of start our podcast off with S.H.I.E.L.D. because Steve's really passionate about it. We're going to run into Defenders. Nick and I are both experimenting with them. And Steve, and we should probably get a game in. Yeah. So you can see how they work. And then after that, I think we're going to talk about like how to build kind of a how-to on how to build your community, moving a little bit away from MCP and just talking about hobby stuff in general.
Really important thing, right? Like you can't play a game if you don't want to play with, right?
If you don't have friends, you can't play games.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, that was great. Hopefully everyone enjoyed it. I'll probably end up cutting the episode for YouTube where it's just us talking about the tier list.
That's a good idea.
And so if you are listening on YouTube, check out the full episode at Alive on One. Yeah. We'll be distributing, and this will be available Thursday the 18th. And then every 2 weeks from there approximately. So
yeah, leave a review if you like it.
Yeah, like us and stuff, as they say.
Yeah.
And Godspeed, Spider-Man. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.